Has Japan's demographic crisis become unsolvable? So y'all, how many of y'all is flying to Japan to get you a Japanese wife or boyfriend? Cause you feel me? The population collapse is here. Yeah, who's coming with me, man? No. Too political. You're right, bro. I can't watch this. Okay, man, shut up, nigga. I watch whatever the fuck I want to, bro. Anybody that types that, I will slam my meat across your face. Yeah, let's go in and see this. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Last Wednesday, Japan's Internal Affairs Ministry published new data showing that the number of Japanese nationals fell by over 900,000 people.
Yo, that is crazy. 900,000 people in 1 year
in 2024, the biggest annual drop on record, marking the 16th consecutive year that the Japanese population
16 years, bro. That is so fucking diabolical, bro.
Has fallen. This was due to a record low number of births, around 690,000, and a record high number of deaths, nearly 1.6 million.
It's not triple, basically, but why? Political and economic state of the world, you know what I'm saying? I mean, everywhere's birth rates is falling, including the US, bro. Everybody's broke, man. Be real, bro. Right now, for people that want to have kids, what age are you having a kid? Like, comfortably, you could say, I'm gonna be good financially. For me, I'm saying I'm 35, bro. I'm 35, dude. That's when I'm having a kid. I'm not having a kid in my 20s. That's impossible. Like, economically, bro, I would say for most Gen Z, it's not possible. 30 is like average. Some people may call 30 late, but I feel like that's the average nowadays. I don't know, because my parents had me at like, mom was 32, my dad was like 35. So actually, they were older. Probably older than usual. Dad, I'm having 10 baby mamas at 20. All right, NBA young boy. No. Niggas like you, bro, is the fucking problem. Yo, why is it always the niggas that have no bread having the most kids? You should be bringing your kid into this world comfortably, bro. Like, at least if you are broke or whatever, you're low income, right? 1 to 2. But like, bro, having like 5, 6 kids and you can like barely afford yourself is crazy to me. My dad had me at 56. That's no problem with me. I don't really care.
This year also heralds Japan's 2025 problem, marking the year when all of Japan's roughly 8 million baby boomers will be 75 or older, pushing up health and pension costs while the working age population only shrinks. This crisis has
been... Who is that, bro? Who is that? Who is this, bro? Hey, Japan, give yourself a +1, because I'm coming over. She don't want you? How do you know that? How about this, chat? Triple date. Let me go ahead and hit up Shawty in the middle, and then somebody hit up the girl to the left, and then hit the girl to the right. And yeah, they're mine. Well, listen here. These are women. They're not your props. We're feminists over here. Yo, hit me up middle, girl, though. Yeah.
Nation only shrinks. This crisis has become so urgent that Japan's former Prime Minister Fumio Kishida told Parliament in 2023, Japan is standing on the verge of whether we can continue to function as a society. So in this video, we'll explain the data on Japan's declining population, how successive governments have tried to fix it, and how it interacts with the recent hard-right surge we saw at Japan's elections last month.
She can cosplay as a Genshin character.
First then, let's take a look at the recent data published by the Japanese government. Last week, official figures from the Internal Affairs and Communications Ministry confirmed that Japan's population had declined for a 16th consecutive year.
Population of Japan residents has been decreasing for 16 consecutive years after peaking in 2009. Since the start of the survey in 1968, the population for residents has been the largest since the start of the survey. What is the percentage, though? Hey guys, Tom NFG here. You know, only half of you guys are subscribed and even less of you guys have noties on. I hate to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate it if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it. You know, it doesn't take long. I know you can get mixed up in the algorithm and everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams. You know, we have a lot of fun over there. I'm telling you, we have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Damn.
Falling by 0.44% to about 124.3 million people at the start of 2025. This was due to a 17th consecutive annual drop in births, with just 688,000 babies born in Japan in 2024, plus a record high number of deaths at 1.6 million.
It's cooked.
This high death rate is due to the size of Japan's elderly population, aged 65 plus, which has increased every year between 1994 and 2022, and now accounts for nearly 30% of the total population. Conversely,
it's crazy that like their health is literally too good. Like, bro, even when you go there, bro. Okay, look, listen. I know the typical YouTuber glaze, content creator glaze, but I'm telling you, every single food I had there, damn near every single place, even like a random place you walk into, bro, it's amazing. And it's healthy. I'm telling you, bro, if you go to Japan, bro, you'll understand what I'm saying. I'm not a hashtag weeabooing out for Japan. I must escape to Japan. No, bro, but everybody's just healthy there. Everybody just eats healthy shit, and everybody's just efficient in doing what they do. Pan glaze goes crazy. See, like, that's always the first thing that comes. No, bro, you just need to see it yourself. I have to go to Japan for the food and culture. Yeah, it's amazing, bro. But y'all, for me, I couldn't move there, bro, because the work culture, obviously, and then I just wouldn't fit in. But to me, Japan's like a good, like, a little vacation spot. Like, if you're from like a Western country, like America, Canada, UK, whatever, it's a good little vacation spot, but like you wouldn't even fit there, bro. Most people transitioning to the society, it probably wouldn't work.
Working age population, age 15 to 64, has decreased every year since 1995, making up 60% of the population.
Is there red 40 in Japan? No.
This demographic shift has contributed to the so-called 2025 problem. In 2018, Japan's government projected that, due to its rapidly growing elderly population, overall social security costs, including pension payments, would increase by nearly 60% between 20...
I'd be damn, bro, if I gotta pay 60%, nigga. Like, I'm sorry, bro, I'm not paying 60% of my money to one shit.
2025 and 2040. While Japan's elderly population is among the healthiest in the world, with more than half of 65 to 69-year-olds and more than
Yo, do you ever feel so bad when you see somebody really old working? Like, I be feeling so bad, bro. I'm like, damn, this shouldn't have to happen. You should just be cooling in life and, I don't know, just like laying down. Bro, I saw a video on TikTok, like this pizza driver, delivery driver. Dude looked like he was like 85, bro. He was like struggling moving. It was so sad, bro. Like, shit like that makes me want to cry.
Third of 70 to 74-year-olds
working at Walmart
in 2020.
Some of them do want to work. Like, some of them retire and then they come back, which, all right, that's fine. We know, like, a lot of them, literally, they got no choice, bro, but to work. Especially if they're older, bro, probably a bunch of their families either older, their kids may have kids, and then they have their own lives. Family may have died, so it's, like, only them.
3, they're also among those living the longest, requiring more years of state support. Finally, the data also shows that the foreign population in Japan has increased to nearly 3.68 million people, the highest since records began in 2012. This is because, until 2022, Japan's foreign population was less than 3 million people, but has since risen due to the government's expansion of overseas work visas, which we'll explain later. Anyway, to address this population decline, successive Japanese governments have tried and failed to reverse it through various childcare-based initiatives to encourage more people to have children. This began under Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who introduced policies to subsidize nurseries, loosen regulations on childcare providers, and keep women in the workforce. But Abe's reforms did little to change things. So in 2023, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's government increased annual childcare spending to around 3.5 trillion yen.
Holy shit. Wait, how much is that USD?
Or 25 billion US dollars.
$25 billion, and then people still not having kids. This is just showing me, bro, it's probably not about price. Okay, it is about money, but like, dude, 25 billion, bro, and no results is insane work. Child crisis won't be fixed unless the job culture changes. Yeah, that's true.
From 3 trillion. And in 2024, Japan's parliament passed a law to set up a new 600 billion yen, or $4 billion, childcare support funding scheme, which will run from 2026, with that scheme set to increase to 1 trillion yen, or $6.8 billion, by 2028. Overall, the scheme is designed to offer increased benefits to parents. Specifically, it extends coverage for children from 15 to 18, doubles the monthly allowance for a third or subsequent child, expands parental leave and daycare facilities, and scraps the household income cap for the allowance, so that children are eligible.
How much y'all think the bonuses or allowance, bro? They probably give you like $500 a month. Like, nigga, that is not enough, bro. I don't know what they give, bro. But, like, countries will always be like, oh, yeah, we're giving you a child incentive. It's like $500 a month. Like, nobody is surviving off of, like, $500 extra a month.
Regardless of their parents' employment status. But while these reforms clearly increase the economic incentives, there are also social factors preventing Japanese women from having children, such as a demanding work culture, falling marriage rate, and paternalistic traditions, which discourage single-parent families, with just 2.4% of Japanese babies born outside of marriage, compared to around 40% in the...
Damn! Yeah, we got a lot of baby mamas here, and baby daddies. 40%? That kind of makes sense. Because, like, at the end of the day to me, y'all, I don't know about y'all, marriage is kind of just like a thing you sign, like a paper. I don't think it's really different. Like, even in name, like, I know people do it differently also based off religion. Like, some people just get married religiously and they don't actually like sign a paper. That is crazy percentiles. 2.4%. That's a huge gap. Holy shit.
US and Europe.
It's probably because you're just shamed. They're probably like, damn, you got a kid without like marrying? What? That's crazy.
As such, some economists have suggested that Japan's shrinking workforce can only be propped up through large-scale immigration. However, Japan is historically...
Nah, they definitely don't want that, bro. I understand if you add a lot of, like, immigration and then you don't, like, check everybody, it can be a problem. They're gonna have to start allowing some people in, or the economy's cooked there, I'm not gonna lie.
Had a very closed immigration policy,
I can fix the population.
with Japan's foreign population
All
until recently making up less than 3% of the country, below the global average of...
God damn, Luxembourg. Foreign population total 50%? What's the population of Luxembourg? Their population's only 677,000. Like, I would think for like a bigger population that would make sense, but damn, they got like a small population. Mexico was that low? Let's see all the stats actually. Wow, Mexico is low. I mean, I'm pretty sure like all of the countries that have like, I guess like higher immigration is because like people want to benefit from them usually, like the systems in place and whatnot. That's why like all the Western countries and shit have like a higher one typically.
Of 3.5% and well below the OECD average of around 15%. In 2019, though, to boost Japan's working population, the government quietly introduced a new work visa.
Where's America? I think America's 15%.
For specialized skilled workers, the SSW-1 visa, allowing foreign nationals to work in Japan for a maximum of 5 years in any of 12 designated sectors with the worst labor shortages. Then in 2023, the government introduced a new SSW-2 visa.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real though, bro. Okay, if let's say I'm an immigrant, I'm looking to like go to a country to work. I don't know if Japan's on the top of that list. I'm gonna have to pick between America, Canada, UK. I don't know, cause like I'm looking at it like, damn, I'm gonna have to go there. Their work culture is completely different. I wouldn't look at it.
Allowing foreign workers to bring their dependents, i.e. family members, to Japan with them.
And then the thing is the incentive too, like with America, right? Let's say somebody comes here, for example, immigrates. Eventually there's supposed to be the incentive where like if you're working here, you have more of a chance to get a visa here and then you could become like a citizen here, like a United States citizen. Compared to like countries like Japan, bro, if one of your parents is even like not a Japanese national, you damn near can't even become a citizen, bro. Both of your parents have to like basically be Japanese citizens, or if not, it's like a very complicated process and like you damn near not one.
Visa can also be renewed any number of times, so SSW-2 workers can stay in Japan permanently. While originally limited to construction and shipbuilding workers, in 2024 the government extended to 9 other sectors, including services, opening the door to immigration on a broader scale. According to Immigration Services Agency statistics from 2024, nearly half of all skilled worker visa holders were Vietnamese nationals, with the next largest group, just under 20%, being Indonesians. And now this is where we come on to the difficult bit. At Japan's House of Councillors election last month, the right-wing ultra-nationalist Sansito Party, which was founded in 2020 and ran on a MAGA-style anti-immigration Japanese First campaign...
Nigga, they got a MAGA Japan? Japan is deadass a copy of the USA. What the fuck is MAGA Japan? Wait, are we serious? I was born in Japan, but in the US base. Both my parents are Hispanic. Explain that to me. Technically, you probably got like the rare story. I feel like I've never heard that. Like, what the hell? MAGA? Are we serious? They got MAGA.
Ended up winning 12.6% of the national vote, the third highest share, outperforming the polls. For context, the party focuses heavily on immigration. They want to make it harder for foreigners to buy land in Japan, deny foreigners voting rights, and reduce the influx of foreign workers, blaming immigration for
reduce the influx of foreign workers, bro. Your country is like on a population collapse. If you don't let some people in, it's over, bro.
Down wages, hoarding welfare benefits, and worsening crime. On top of that, Sansito also has traditionalist views on gender. The party opposes same-sex marriage and women being able to keep their maiden name, and argues that Japan's imperial succession should be limited to the
country's
male line.
by the way.
The party's leader has also said that young women are too focused on having a career and instead should stay at home to raise children. During the campaign, Sansito's anti-migrant rhetoric caught on, with false claims spreading on social media that welfare support for Chinese migrants in Japan had doubled in 5 years.
The Chinese people receive welfare benefits double in 5 years. The increase rate is 4.5%.
When in fact, government data suggests...
Yo, Japan and China's beef is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised they even have like immigration both to each other's countries. Like, don't they like hate each other?
Increase of only 4.5% between 2018 and 2023. This suggests that, while Sansito's surge at the recent elections is primarily a sign of frustration with the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, it could also signal a rejection by a growing proportion of the public of the government's expansion of work visas, leading to the spike in foreign population we mentioned earlier, as well as a tacit show of approval for Sansito's stance on gender equality. However, without a miraculous recovery in the Japanese birth rate, replacing its declining workforce looks impossible without external support. In other words, unless
yeah, bro, clearly they're not even having kids. Even when the government gives them incentives to have kids, they're not having kids, bro. Their only option is to literally allow people to immigrate, you know? It doesn't even have to be like a lot. They could just have the minimum amount.
Veto or any other party can miraculously conjure up millions of babies. High levels of immigration may be a necessary, if not existentially crucial, trade-off. Now, when you're diving into complicated topics such as this...
Oh shit, my girl on the screen, bro. Now this is crazy.
It's quite easy to get caught up in what you know without even missing a beat. But what about the stories you don't see? Or what happens when the stories you do see are purposely leaving out information to try and sway your thinking?
That was a good video. Shit, man. Good luck to Japan, you know what I'm saying? If y'all got any drives, let me know. Actually, wait, they don't want foreign immigration. I can't go, bro. Hey, good luck, bro. You feel me? Hopefully your country doesn't totally collapse. Yeah, if you're watching on 2, make sure you're on the Discord and watch streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.